Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are very well. Welcome to today's online class. Let me introduce myself first. Myself, Nuru Sani, Assistant Teacher, Milestone College. Today, I am going to discuss Chapter 11 of your science book, that is Biotechnology. This is the continuation of this chapter. So students, first let's see our today's discussion topics. Our today's discussion topics are gene, genetic disorder in human being and genetic engineering. Our learning objectives are you can learn about gene, you can also know about some genetic disorders of human being. You will be able to describe the process of genetic engineering, which is very much focused and important topics of this chapter. So students, let's move on our main discussion part.
So, gene, a specific portion of a DNA that determines the characteristics of a living being is gene. That means gene is a portion of DNA that determines the character of living being. That means our character is determined by this gene, which is a portion of DNA. In 909, Johansson named it as gene. Who? Johansson. Please remember this. In 1909, Johansson called gene as character determining unit of generations. Johansson called gene as character determining unit. That means these genes determine our character. Gene is located in chromosome. DNA is chemical form of gene. Meiosis cell division continues this process. Chromosome carries DNA, RNA and takes to the next generation. We know that gene is a portion of DNA, so through this the character pass from generation to generation. Chromosome is the base of genetics. Now, genetic disorder in human being. The disease caused by genetic disorder are a matter of tension in medical science. But nowadays, it is known how these diseases are transferred from the parents to the child and what type of genetic disorder happens. So, by this way, by this discussion, we can learn how the genetic disorder pass from the parents to child. These diseases may occur for the causes described below. These are the causes of genetic disorder. So, the causes are point mutation or gene mutation, increase and decrease of chromosome number, increase or decrease of any part of chromosome, deletion of homologous chromosome during meiosis cell division. The genetic diseases which are created for these causes are described below. Here are some diseases which is caused by genetic disorder. First, sickle cell disease. This disease occurs in red blood cell of human body for point mutation. So, sickle cell disease is caused by point mutation. Normally, RBC is flat in shape. We read it in chapter 3 that RBC is red in shape. But in case of sickle cell, the shape is like sickle. So, the shape, RBC shape changes from flat to sickle. This sickle cell causes block in the fine blood vessel. So, a severe pain is felt in that place. Anemia is also caused by this because the blood cell breaks so rapidly that red blood cells are not produced so rapidly to make up the loss. That means sickle cell disease is related to blood. Remember this you can remember this easily. If you remember that sickle cell disease is related to blood. Then Huntington disease. This disease is caused by point mutation. Like sickle cell disease, this disease is also caused by point mutation. The brain does not work properly for this disease. This disease reduces muscular strength and cause mental imbalance and finally leads to death. The symptoms of this disease are not seen before the age of 40. So we found that sickle cell disease is related to blood and Huntington disease related to brain. But this disease does not seen before the age of 40. During anaphase stage of meiosis, the homologous chromosomes do not separate from each other and go to any pole with pairs. We generally know the chromosomes remain in pair, and during the anaphase or meiosis stage, these two homologous chromosomes separate and go to different pole. But in here, this is called non-disjunction. So in the non-disjunction, the chromosome does not separate and go to only one pole. This is called non-disjunction. This definition is important for your knowledge based question. Remember this. If any chromosome has got the non-disjunction, then some symptoms are seen. This is the abnormality. So if this is happen, some symptoms are seen. All these symptoms are called syndrome. So these symptoms are called syndrome. Some syndrome are described here. First, Down syndrome. The non-disjunction of 21st chromosome of human causes this disease. We know in human being there are 23 chromosomes. So 23 pair. So here this Down syndrome is occurred due to the 21st number of chromosome. So swelling in eyelid, long tongue, flat nose and short hand are seen. This is the symptoms of Down syndrome. These people are jolly, short and they have mild intellectual disability. Now, Klinefelter syndrome. These diseases occur for the disjunction of sex chromosome. Here you can see Down syndrome is for non-disjunction and Klinefelter's disease for disjunctions. So the male sex cell gets an extra X chromosome with XY chromosome. So their chromosome is XXY. We generally know that the boys or male sex have X and Y chromosome. But in this syndrome, they have an extra X chromosome. So their chromosome is XXY. The boy with Klinefelter syndrome gets the normal symptom of male. Their voice is very rough, breasts are big, growth is slow and they are sterile. Now Turner syndrome. This disease is caused for non-disjunction of female sex chromosome. Klinefelter's male, Turner's female, but Down syndrome and Turner syndrome for non-disjunction and Klinefelter's is for disjunction. The female has X chromosome instead of XX chromosome. We know in female they have two XX chromosome, but in Turner syndrome they have only one X chromosome. These females are short with long neck. Their breast and sex organ do not develop in adult stage, so they are infertile. Except male sex chromosome, which is X and Y, a male person has all other chromosome in pair. Pair means homologous. That means in human being there are 23 pairs of chromosome. All the chromosomes are in pair. That means same. But only the sex chromosome in case of male are different. They have X and Y. In case of XX or YY. It means each gene also remain in pair. So if any gene of any chromosome has any problem, the gene of other chromosome usually take the responsibility and thus the problem is not revealed. If the problem occurs in the gene of female X chromosome, the gene of the second X chromosome can overcome that problem. Here from the discussion we can know that female have two X chromosome. So if one X chromosome have any problem, then other can solve the problem, that problem. But in case of male, there are only one X chromosome and only Y. So if the X have problem, and there is no another X to solve the problem. There is only one Y. So if the Y have problem, there is no another Y to solve that problem. But If the problem occurs in the male X chromosome, no second Y is left, as a male person has only one chromosome. See, I say it. Therefore, X chromosome related disease occurs more among the male people, and that is why these sex related diseases are occur, but X related diseases occur more in male people. Similarly, if there is any problem in the gene of Y chromosome, that is a problem only for the male, and they cannot overcome it as there is no second gene. Okay? Every gene has two copies. Among them, the gene that reveals its character is called dominant gene. The gene that does not reveal its character is called recessive gene. That means there are two copies. Every gene has two copies. Which character is expressed? That is called dominant, and which character does not express, that is called recessive. If both the genes are simultaneously dominant or recessive, that is called homozygous, and if one is recessive and other is dominant, that is called heterozygous. Please remember all of the definitions, because all of the definitions are very important for your exam. Now, genetic engineering, a process by which specific gene carrier DNA part of a living being is separated and placed it in a different living body is called genetic engineering. That means in genetic engineering there are two living body. From one living body we collect the desired gene, and we collect the desired gene from the DNA and separate it, then placed it in another living body. This is called genetic engineering. We can say more simply that the process of changing DNA of an organism to get a desired character is called recombinant DNA technique. We use recombinant DNA technique to get desired character. Which character we want, we cut that portion from the DNA and placed it to another living organism. The process by which this gene is replaced is called recombinant DNA technique. This DNA is called the recombinant DNA. The process by which recombinant DNA is made called recombinant DNA technique or gene cloning. This is very important. A bacteria named Escherichia coli, which Escherichia coli lives in human intestine. So this is a bacteria named Escherichia coli lives in human intestine. Most of the technique of genetic engineering are invented by research on this bacterium. So most of the genetic engineering research invented on this bacterium. Now, following steps are followed by recombinant DNA technique. To do recombinant DNA, we have to follow this technique. First, I want to describe the picture. Please look at the picture here. There are two living body. One is bacteria, E. coli bacteria, and there is animal cell. We collect the desired gene from the animal cell or animal DNA. Here you can see here a cut portion which is desired gene which we get from animal cell. Here number 1, separate of DNA from both source. From the both source we have to separate DNA. Then cutting of DNA with restriction enzyme. We have to cut DNA from both the source by restriction enzyme. Remember this restriction enzyme. This is bacterial plasmid, this is receiver, and the desired gene, this is the donor. So now the receiver DNA, from the receiver DNA we cut a portion, and from the desired DNA we cut the portion and attach here. Here you can see replace here. This is the donor or desired gene. Now the whole thing connecting of both DNA with DNA ligase and producing recombinant DNA. How we attach this? We cut this by using restriction enzyme, and we attach this by using ligase enzyme which act as a glue. Now we found the desired gene, recombinant DNA plasmid. This is a recombinant DNA plasmid. Now bacterium of recombinant DNA plasmid in transformation process. Now again we transfer this into the bacterium by transformation process. Now it cloning of bacteria and multiply and produce several genes. So at first desired DNA part is separated from the donor. First separate the desired gene donor from DNA. Then plasmid DNA of bacteria is separated as carrier of this gene. From both the side we cut the DNA. One donor, one recipient, one desired. Plasmid is a separate DNA molecule outside bacterial chromosome. It is capable of self-replicating. Why we use bacteria? Because it is self-replicating. In this step, plasmid DNA and donor DNA is cut with a specific enzyme. I told you that we cut the DNA by using a specific enzyme. This part of donor DNA has the desired gene, and the part which we get from donor DNA, this is the donor DNA, that is called desired gene. In this stage, donor DNA is placed to the one thing here, the name of the enzyme which used for cutting is missing, but here we can see restriction enzyme. Remember this for your MCQ. This is restriction enzyme. In this stage, donor DNA is placed to the detached part of plasmid with the enzyme called ligase. Ligase acts as glue. That means I say by using ligase enzyme we attach the desired gene into the plasmid. So recombinant plasmid DNA is created with desired gene. Here the recombinant plasmid is produced. This recombinant plasmid carries the DNA part of the donor. It carries the DNA part of donor. Now this recombinant plasmid is inserted in bacteria by transformation process. Inserting DNA part in the receiver cell is called transformation. After transformation, the bacteria or any living being with new gene is called transgenic living organism. That means this is called transgenic living organism. I told you that the desired recombinant DNA plasmid is transferred into the bacteria by transformation process, and this process is called transformation. Then recombinant plasmid carrier bacteria are separated and a specific gene carrier bacteria are identified and multiplied. This is gene cloning. So several copies of gene are made, thus the gene having desired character is multiplied. Here we see several copies is produced through multiplication. So the whole process is first two living being, one bacteria which is carrier, another donor. We cut the desired DNA from donor and we separate the plasmid DNA from bacteria. It used as a receiver. Then we cut both the DNA part by using restriction enzyme. We attach the DNA desired gene by using ligase enzyme. Then our recombinant DNA plasmid is produced. Then we transfer it into bacterium, and the cloning of bacteria is done and multiplication is done. We get several copies.
So students, now I am going to give you some HW, and you must have to do this HW. You have to write what is gene, write the reason of genetic disorder, and write the steps of recombinant DNA technique with figure. You must have to draw figure. These all of three questions are related to our today's discussion. So you must have to do this homework and submit to your teacher. This is the end of our today's class. I hope you all enjoyed and understand our today's topics. You must have clear conception about this chapter, because this chapter is very, very important. So if you have any kind of doubt, ask to your teacher. So students, I hope you all do this homework and submit to your teacher. Allah Hafiz.